What is up, patio tanks? How's everybody doing? So I made a post on my YouTube right soon after I uploaded the first video about grooming tips. And today I'm gonna be talking a little bit about Cokes. So the truth about Cokes. How many types of Cokes, Coke genes, and what can you do to promote the growth parts? The Coke of your Flowerhorn. Either SRDs or Canfas. I can't really speak on SRDs because there's not much to talk about, but I can speak a lot on Canfa Cokes. So we'll head straight into that. Let's start off with SRDs or ZZs, water Cokes. There are hard water Cokes, but majority of the SRDs or the ZZs that you guys see nowadays have water Cokes that are similar to this or a little bit more round, a little bit bigger. These are hard water Cokes, but soft water Cokes, they jiggle a little bit more than usual, and they are a little bit more round on the back as well too, more like a ball, a little bit similar to this guy. This guy has more of a how would you say? I don't know, it leans forward. His head, his Coke leans forward a little bit more than his brother, whereas the back, you see it's just a ball on his head, and that's what you call a water Coke. But both of them has hard water Cokes, meaning that they are the shape of a water Coke, but they sustain very well because they don't drop like water Cokes. Water Coke, when they drop dramatically, and it's not fun treating water Coke. The reason why I stick with hard Cokes is because I hate being fish doctors. A little bit before we move forward with water Cokes or hard Cokes or just any kind of Cokes, look at these guys. Within a week they are free swimming. A week from hatching, or actually a week from being laid. And so 3 days takes them all. 3 to 4 days takes them all to hatch, and then another 3 days for them to all be swimming, a free swimmer. So this is officially the 8th day of them being all free swimmers. So just a small segment of how fast they grow. And this is around, I want to say 300 to 400, maybe 500. This is a lot because I got up here too. And these guys are going quick. If you guys are looking for more Flowerhorn fries, hit me up. I do ship now too, so let me know. My shipping fee will be a little bit cheaper. If you guys use Ronnie or a lot of other guys, it might be around their range. Well, I'm in California, Sacramento, California, so hit me up. I do ship fish now too. So going back to water Cokes, that's the thing that I don't really like about water Coke is they're big. They drop fast and they don't recover as fast. It's a pain in the butt to recover them. But hard water Cokes that are like this, they sustain very well. They don't drop much. Even though when they're sick, that guy has a hole in the head once and his head stayed the same, his color stayed the same, he's still the same kind of fish. Nothing really changed. Same with this guy. He's had parasite once and his Coke stayed the same, so he still is really, really good, in good condition with his Coke color and everything, super active. And I could say the same thing to this guy. It's he has a hard water Coke, not a hammer Coke, because it's the shape of water Coke, meaning it's a little bit more round than what a regular Canfa hammer Coke or a potato Coke is, which is more of like this guy right here. He has a potato or a hammer Coke. Hammer meaning, it's flat, it's just the shape of a hammer, or potato, or a peanut, whatever you want to call it. It's a hammer hard Coke. These Cokes are a little bit more hard to grow. If you don't push it when they're small, it will not grow. From experience, but I have seen fish that have grown from you know, anywhere from 5 to 6 inch, and then all of a sudden their head just exponentially grow like crazy afterwards. Some of the food that you could boost up with Kok growth during these age is frozen bloodworms, mysis shrimp, dry aged or dry shrimps, shrimp, anything raw food or live really definitely helps with the Kok. Something that I tend to do that helps me with the Kok, if I don't do any of the raw food or live food, is I do JDL. You guys have seen my videos about JDL. I do promote them. They do work fairly well, but I feel like they give a little push to what you need them to be. I do give it to this guy from time to time. I started giving to this guy from time to time, and I've fed this guy a lot with JDL within the past years that I've competed him, and it works, you know. But you know, just be careful of what you feed your fish, because it does contain high hormone, high protein, and you don't want your fish getting sick off of that because it's just so high. But going on with, how do you, aside from feeding your fish and water changing and whatnot, how can you grow your fish's Kok more? That's the question that a lot of people have been asking me. Hey, how do I grow my fish's Kok? How do I make the hump bigger, you know, or the Kok bigger? Honest truth is, it's within their DNA. You know, I'm kind of sad to say, but I might be letting this guy go to the fact that his Kok is not growing. You know, I'm doing a lot of things for him to grow his Kok, but it's not coming in. You know, if you like fish with big Koks, you gotta, you know, let them go no matter how well they look. And honestly, if you are a competitor, you know, and you want to fish, you know, they judge harshly on the Kok. You want a fish that has a big Kok, move on to the next fish. That's my number one tip if you are a competitor. If it's not showing progress within, you know, a month, I give it at least a month, then move on, you know. But once you're an experienced groomer, you know what you like, you know, 2 to 3 weeks, you could already sense that, hey, I'm gonna move on to the next fish. But Kok gene definitely depends on your fish's genetics. There will be some fish in a batch where, hey, they don't get that much Kok gene, but they have a lot of colors. They don't get that much colors, but they have a lot of pearls and marking. Some just get all head, no color, no marking. Some just, you know, get nice structure, but no Kok. So it really depends on your fish's genetics, his DNA, and all these stuff. I've seen this guy's brothers, and they do have huge Koks, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't have much of a bigger Kok. I can say the same thing with this guy as well too. He's, you know, I'm pushing it hard and hard. The rest of his brother does have a bigger Kok than he does, but his Kok is coming in slowly, which is nice for me, and it's proportion to his body, which is super thick and whatnot. So that's the honest truth to Koks. You know, it really all depends on genetics and how well you pick out your fish at the end of the day. If you want to start off with a little fish that's 4 inch with a big Kok already, or 3 inch with a big Kok, or 2 inch with a big Kok, that's all on you. Majority of the time, if you can't push it, you know, you bought a fish with big Kok and you brought it home and it shrunk and it never grew, that's part of your grooming experience as a groomer, as a competitor, or as a fish keeper, to sustain that. But make sure that, you know, if it doesn't grow and you've done all you can to push it grow to its maximum size, there's really nothing that you can't do but just wait it out and see if it comes. I've grown a fish up to 8 inch and no Kok. So it really just depends on the fish. And I also have grown a fish all the way to 6-7 inch, no Kok. Sold it off and saw it at a friend's place, and all of a sudden it's got a big huge Kok. So it really just depends on the genetic of the fish and whatnot too. So that's the honest truth about Koks, or for Flowerhorn Koks, Flowerhorn hump, whatever you want to call it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you guys want to learn about Koks, what you want to learn about Flowerhorn. Sorry about that. Adios, deuce.